Hi friends, this is our fifth and final video on how to change a habit. And I'm really excited about today's video because we're going to work with once you have interrupted the pattern, once you have created a detour on the neural pathway or on the mind road that did the old habit or the old thought, and you have more space, you have more perspective, how do you then implement something new, implement a new strategy, implement a new habit or a new strategy to become a habit? And once you do the new thing a few times, the brain is like, oh, this is what we do now. And then that becomes a new strong groove or a new pathway. And then you just do that with a lot more ease, or that might become the most energy efficient thing for you to do. And that becomes your upgraded habit or your upgraded thought. And the key to this is dopamine. So dopamine is a chemical in the body that stimulates reward or pleasure. And so when we do something and we get a message of like, that's good, that feels good, we're wanted, we're loved, when dopamine gets released, our body feels good. And so we want to do it again. And so, there's a lot more we can say about this, but the reason I'm bringing this up now is it's important that whatever you replace the old behavior with is pleasurable. If you say, I really want to, stop eating chocolate and I'm going to replace it with, I don't know, eating kale, and you're not that excited about kale, or you want to replace it with doing my taxes or something that's like, no, go back to work, focus. Like the brain's like, oh, I want pleasure. So it's really important that we replace it with something that also feels good, also gives us a reward in some way. And one way that we can work with that is creating a story around this new choice that gives it a meaning that feels rewarding, that says like, I'm taking care of myself, I'm doing something good for myself. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example and then encourage you to kind of think about something you could do for yourself and then show you an embodied way to work with that. So we'll just use the example of we'll do the actual behavior. So the example of, going for a cookie at 3 o'clock or something. If, that's fine. If you want to go for a cookie at 3 o'clock and that's working for you, like do it. But if this is a habit you're wanting to change, then once you're getting kind of sleepy, you're like, I get distracted, whatever, or get kind of tired, distractible, and you get up to go get a cookie. So before you get the cookie, what we're going to do is choose one of those ones from the first few weeks, the bilateral stimulation, or the, I really want a cookie now, I really want a cookie, I am tired and unfocused, whatever, do that, something like that. You could also do the one we did last week of this widening your gaze, or noticing which way that habit or that desire spins in the body. So once you've done any or all of those, then what are you going to replace it with? Okay, so let's say that you're going to replace it with a glass of water, okay? Or you're going to replace it with 10 jumping jacks. So every time that you were going to go get a cookie, instead you're going to do the 10 jumping jacks or something. So if you're doing that, before you actually do the new thing, I want you to say, why would I drink that glass of water? Or why would I do the jumping jacks? And associate it, connect it to something that feels rewarding. That when I drink more water, I'm gonna feel so good. I'm gonna feel so hydrated, and my digestion's going to be better. Or when I do the jumping jacks, I'm going to be focused again so I can go back to work. I'm going to get that shot of energy that I wanted to go back to work. So I am someone who can move my body strongly, or something like that. So you find some story like, I'm someone committed to moving my body. I'm going to get a jolt of energy. I'm going to have amazing digestion, something like that, right? And then you focus on the new thing you want, so that glass of water or doing the jumping jacks, and you just do 10 quick breaths in and out through your nose. And while you are making the choice, so I choose to do the jumping jacks. So something like that, 10 quick breaths. I choose to do the jumping jacks, and then do the jumping jacks or drink the glass of water. Whew, I am a healthy person. I am an energized person. I feel great, like some sort of positive mantra, and then go back and to whatever you were doing and notice how that feels. So you get this jolt of energy, you get the energy from the breath, you get the reward from the story. This is also true if it's just a thought. So if the thought is like, I don't have enough time to get everything done, do one of the patterns from the earlier week and then replace it. What would be the opposite? So there's abundant time. I have time to do what I most desire. So whatever the new thought is, you're going to think that thought, say it out loud. There's abundant time to do what I love. there's abundant time to do what I love. You know, and then you do those 10 breaths. You might do that for a few rounds, and you just kind of snap the belly in and out if you want, if that feels good, because it's really going to engage the body and focus the body on this new thought, on this new choice. So try that. So again, have the craving, have the thought, do one of the bilateral stimulation, or the noticing how the body spirals, or the relaxation, the peripheral view, or all four, and then choose something new that is an upgraded habit, connect it to a story that feels good, and then do the 10 quick breaths while you make that new choice, or right before you make that new choice. All right, let me know how that goes. And if there's a specific habit you were working on and you were able to shift it or have a new relationship with it through this series, I would love to hear that. Okay, have a beautiful day.